is going live through YouTube. So it says, welcome to live chat. Remember, guard your privacy, this and that, all right? Chat here. Top chat, live chat. Let's live chat. That should pop up. Live chat should pop up. The live chat, which is good. It says just top chat. What's this button do here? Normal, different filters. All right, I think we got it going, guys. So it's almost Christmas. It's super exciting. I was kind of feeling down a little bit. Hey, fishing with the anglers. Kind of feeling down a bit. Wasn't too excited for Christmas. Wasn't sure if it was going to be a good Christmas or there's going to be more kind of like gag jokes, just jokes about, just jokes about just stuff to make them laugh. And I don't know. I didn't like it last year because there's some gifts that just made them laugh. They got it and it make me laugh, and it wasn't funny. But let's see where the chat go. Live chat, there it is. How are you? How are you doing? Doing good. Got a wrap today. Very, very flooded. It's very flooded. To give it basically the depth, in order to grab the stand, which is that tall off the ground, I put my arm all the way up to my elbow, about to there, to reach into the water to grab it today. But we did get a rat. I'll show you the rat. Got a rat right here. He's a little guy. But he did, when the trap went off, it poked him in the neck right there. As you can tell, there's a little hole right there. Right there's a little hole. See if I can show you that. See the hole? It's right. Make sure dexterity's right there. You see the hole? See the hole? He got a hole in him from when it set off. But this is a little rat. He's not that big. You would have thought he was a lot bigger. But he was way under the water, so he must have got caught last night before it started snowing and flooding. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I went in there with my setters. Reached around and pulled something up, and I saw a tail go up like this in the water. I was like, oh, there's something in there. So I had to reach in there and grab it. Yeah, he's still bloody. Hold on. Still bloody. I got blood on me again. Blood from getting punctured. I don't know when he got punctured or what happened, but I don't know if it's from when the trap set off. Or it's from when, I don't know if it's from when the trap set off. Or it's from when I pulled him out of the trap, accidentally punctured him, but yeah, I have it, Matthew. I have it. So yeah, it's a little bloody. But I gotta skin him tonight. I'm gonna get a weight on him. I'll get a weight live for you guys. So let me grab the scale. I'll show you how I do this. I'll grab the rat. Get the rat over here. Put him on a towel. Grab my digital scale. My scale here, it's just a fishing scale. It's called a Brucknell. They're famous for making their huge commercial scale. So what I do is open this up. Actually, first I turn it on. That's off, so turn it on. Make sure it turns on. It's all 8s right now. There goes 0000 right now. So I'll go like this. Grab this. I have a thing here. See this? The opening there? See it's open? I'll grab this foot. Lock it on the foot, and now it's locked because I squeeze the top here. I'll go like this. Weigh this rat. This rat he's not that small. 2.05 pounds. 2.05 pounds. I thought it was a lot smaller than that. Which is not a bad idea. 2.05, 2.10, so 2.05 pounds will go right in the middle because now it's saying 2.00, 2.05. Let's see. 2.0 pounds, 2 pounds. Let's try it a little different here. Get that loose off. Let's get the tail. From the tail. The tail says 2.05 pounds, so 2.5 pounds this rat is. 2.5 pounds, that's how I check that. The 2.5 pounds, there's the weight of them. Now, there's a bunch of other people going live. I didn't know that at the time, so if I'm going on top of anybody, I'm sorry. Didn't know that. So I'll lay him on his belly. I'll show you this here. I'll lay him on his belly. Lay him flat. Right? There's the tip of the tail laying flat. So let's move this down a little bit. Lay him on his, let's get this a little lower like that so you can see it. He's bloody, he's very bloody. He's a bloody son of a gun. He's a bit bloody. Is it just one spot the blood's coming out? I can't tell, but he's bloody. There's a lot of blood on me. I'll take the scale here. You guys are still there? All right, Matthew's still here. Take the scale. I'll stretch his tail out straight. Make sure his neck's straight. Take the tail. Take the thing. Put it up to where his nose is here. Make sure everything's straight here. Straighten everything out to get the... His tail got hit too. Okay. So there's that. That might be part of why he's bloody. Stretching it straight out. Getting the measurement from nose to tip of the tail. Tip of the tail is... This one's a bit... This is not that small of a rat. 22. I think 22 inches. So not... I mean, he's a small rat, but not the smallest in the world. He's 22. It's funny because when I pulled him out of the trap, he's a bit bloody, man. His tail is all bloody. His tail's all chewed up. So that must mean there's another one in there because his tail's all chewed up and bloody and his tail's real. I'm trying to get the light on it. I'm standing in front of the light. Oh yeah, man, his tail's chewed up. Man, his tail's chewed up like crazy. There's more rats up there. I tell you right now. There's more rats up that creek. I know so. Because when a rat goes up the creek, and thanks for the like, whoever liked the stream. I'm going to see comments, so let me see if I missed any comments. Click that, click live chat. Yeah, I got your pelt for you, got that. So when rats go up a creek, and there's a rat in a trap, they would grab and bite onto that rat. They'll bite that rat on the tail. And same with beaver. Beaver bite teeth marks on the tail, on the body. So this rat's pretty chewed up. Chewed up on the tail. There's a hole in the neck. So, yeah, the tail's kind of... Tail's pretty bloody. This guy's real cold, though. Let me make sure I'm not rubbing this off. No, that tail, that's been bit. He has a bite mark on the tail. So it looks like nobody's viewing in now, but I got 2 likes. So someone definitely viewed in and stopped in. So if you just stopped in, I'm trying something new. This is YouTube Live versus the other streaming platform. But I'm looking at a rat here. He seems to have a bloody tail. So funny feeling he got bit. I mean, I know he got a puncture in the neck here. So that looks like the trap did that. His teeth all filed down. His teeth all filed down there. They look a little short there, you know. Might be, I can't tell. It might be a young rat. I can't tell. 2 pounds. Let me guess. Not guess, but let me do the math here. 2 pounds, 22 inches long. So he's a young to middle-aged adult, if I remember correctly with the math and the measurements and the weight. Young to middle-aged adult. So he's anywhere from his teenage years to in human years it would be like 20s to 30s. So in there, in human life, maybe 30, 40 years old, 30, 40 years old. If you're doing from 1-year-old to 100 years old, if you do a whole 100 years lifespan, it's probably in his 30, 40s. So the middle of the road, this rat here. Some of you just tune in, some of you aren't tuned in. And some of you see it, some of you won't. But yeah, he's middle of the road, he's not super old. So in rat years, maybe last year's or the year before rat, so he's not that old in rat years. But bloody tail, neck's punctured, so there's a lot going on with this rat. It's alright though, I mean, it is what it is. It is That's sex it right now. It is. There's a female. The female rat. Female rat. Let me get the fur comb real quick. You guys will see the video I posted. I got the fur comb here. It's a little metal comb. Comb the fur here. Flip them over. Do the sides. Fur real nice. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more what I'm doing. It's hard to show both views. So you're going to look at the rat this time, and you're not going to see me, but I'm going to comb the rat out. Don't want to lose my channel, so I'm not skinning them live, but I will be skinning them in a video. What's that? Let's see, hold on. Do you have Moxie? I do have Moxie. She's in the house. There's the rat. So make sure you get any burrs off. Burrs, any dirt, any debris. Because when you put it inside out on the pelt, you don't want the pelt to have debris in there. You want them semi-dry. This guy's not going to be completely dry when I put them on, but that's all right. When they tan them, it's going to get wet anyway, so not too worried about dry. And if I was going to sell them, then I would worry about dryness and pull all the stops out. But this is just personal collection. So combing them. Comb down this side, comb that leg. So he's a bit bloody. His neck got punctured, and then his tail's a little bloody too. So there he is. Not a bad looking rat right there. On this side. So I'll skin him tonight. You guys will see it. Cleaned up a bit. 2 likes. Thank you for the other person that liked it. I don't know if I think Matthew's still here. The other person disappeared, but that's all right. Clean this up. Get around the tail here. Stretch your leg out a little bit. Get behind the leg here in the corners. Get this side here. This rat has some nice flowage. Flowage meaning nice fur. So I'm going to try to do a really good job on this guy. He has nice flowage. He's a little bit bigger rat. He's a pretty rat. Very pretty. His ears right there. Ear right there. Behind the ears. Comb him. I know I'm just over combing him, but that's alright. I want to make sure every little burr is out of him before I put him on the board. Comb him there. I got some rat dowels. I ordered some rat dowels, the proper dowels. I'm gonna sell these big 4-foot long dowels, but they haven't come in yet. And then I ordered some other stuff, and it hasn't been delivered. And I think F&T is getting behind, but that's just because it's a holiday. Not too worried about it. F&T is a great company. I do a lot of business with them. Last year I put in 14 orders with F&T. So not the worst case scenario that they're not shipping my stuff. It's just what I got my birthday money, so it's alright. This side of them. The rat. There's a lot of gunk on them, but not the worst case scenario. The pretty looking rat. Really pretty. This camera does the video no justice with this pretty rat here. So it's a very pretty rat. Very. See if I can get in the way of the light. They're very. I don't know. I'll see if I can flip around for you guys. It's still not doing it justice. It's not focusing. Maybe the light would do better. It's just there's the light. It's a very pretty rat. Some of you guys can see that right now. It's a very pretty looking rat. Tail's a little chewed up. Has a cut in the neck from the, has a neck hole from the trap. But tail's chewed up pretty good. So I have a funny feeling there's another rat in there. Chewed up here. Right there. Chewed up there. So it's chewed up on both sides. If you never seen a muskrat foot, they look like that. They have cool feet. They have like webbing. They have like almost a hair on the webbing, as you can see here. Right there, a little bit of webbing. Not webbing in between toes, but like they have webbing on each individual toe on the corner sides. Then the front feet look like that. See if I can get that to focus. Front feet look like that. It's cool little looking feet. Small little legs. The paws have little white spots on them. Little pads. The hind legs don't have pads, but the hind feet are huge. See? Hind feet of a muskrat are big. Pretty big. See that? They're pretty big, the hind feet. But compared to their front foot, I mean, it's nothing. Well, their front foot's nothing compared to their hind foot. I just lost a viewer, but that's all right. There's their hind feet. Yeah, he's a pretty rat, though. I really like this rat. Real pretty. The video shows him a lot more tan here. There's a nice blending. It's actually black blended through there. Blended in through here. It's really pretty rat. I don't know if maybe you see a little better there. It's just real pretty rat. Real pretty rat. Real pretty. I really like our rats around here. He's a really pretty rat. I'm gonna do good on this one. Hopefully, I'm gonna work around the eyes the best I can. This rat will actually be posted. I'll do the video on it as I clean it, skin it. But I can't get real close. I can't be like up close cutting because then I'll get dinged. But I can still post it. I just have to be a little further away. A lot of these YouTubers are talking about we can't post stuff, this and that. You can. You just got to be more discreet about it. But then again, it affects their views, so they aren't willing to do it because they make all this money. So I make no money on this. Just a pretty rat. That's all it is. It's a real pretty guy. I really like this rat. He's pretty fat, as you can tell right there. He's pretty fat right there. Right there. I mean, the little round part of him is pretty fat. Fat guy for sure. Pretty rat. What do you guys want to see? I weighed him. He was 2.05 pounds. He was 21.5 inches, I think. Let me double check the rat length here. Way back down here so I can show you the rat length. So, come over there. The rat out. More blood. That tail's bleeding pretty damn good. He got bit big time. Like, it's funny because I put Q-tips in my pocket to put sin out. I learned that from Iowa Trapper. Put it away, and then the Q-tips were covered in blood. I was like, where's the blood coming from? Like, did I get cut? Didn't get cut, and then it ended up being the rat. He's bleeding pretty good. So let's go from the tip of the nose to down the tail. Here, stretch it straight out. And he is... Stretch it out. Block it. Make sure the nose is even here. Make sure his butt's flat. Tail's even. He's 22 and a half. He's pretty darn big rat. 22 and a half overall. So I'll show you that in a second. Let me get the blood off my hands. Flip you around real quick. See if I can flip you around. Flip you around. 22 and a half. Well, it's a bad angle. When I stretch him out, put him right here. Sorry about the video. Make sure his tail's flat. He's 22. So this is right above the thing. 22, this makes it look shorter, but he's right above it. He's 22 and a half. 22 and a half right there. 22 and a quarter, 22 and a half, 22 and 5/8. So he's a big rat. He's a nice rat. Not much JV Outdoors. So he's 22 and a quarter, 22 and 5/8. Someone's in there. 22 and 3/16. I'm not good with my fractions, but he's right above a quarter, 22 1/4 length. He weighs, let's make sure this is shut off the scale, 2.05 pounds, the rat. He's a very pretty rat. Some of you have tuned in, some of you missed it. Talk a little bit about it. It's going to be a short live. It's going to be live for about 45 minutes. Not going to be a long one. I know other people are going to come on. I'm expecting either Trapper Jay, Iowa Trapper, somebody to come on tonight, and I don't want to be on here when they are. I'll probably end up skinning this rat when they're on. What I'm measuring is from the nose of the rat on his back to the tip of the tail to give me the length. Then I weigh him, and that will give me whether he's a young rat, old rat, middle of the road rat, and that's based off Wikipedia, and they have measurements, and they have weight sizes, weight and measurements. Rats can get up to 4 pounds. They can be down to 1.8 pounds. A lot of my rats are lighter, but they're they're right in the middle of the road in length. So overall, this one is 24. They get up to 28, and then they get a little shorter than that. So I was measuring the weight and length, and what that would do, that will give me a general idea whether he's underweight, overweight, small for his size, big for his size, and it'll give me just a general working idea. And then when I post on Instagram, I provide the weight, the length from the nose to tail, tip of tail, and that gives me a marker for next year. When I weight and measure next year's rats, I'll see if they're getting heavier, a little fatter, a little skinnier, what's going on with the weight. And that will give me just, not really doing any scientific work with it, but it gives me scientific data, in a sense. It'll be the same way if they went out there and killed a rat today, want to do scientific research on it, they'd weigh it, measure it, and measure all the features so they keep a record of it. My records usually stay on Instagram, so I can keep a record of what's going on. So I will sometimes mention that there's bite marks all over the tail. There's a bite mark on one side of the tail, and then the other side of the tail's got stretched a little bit, so there's some marks there. Dog hair, dang it. Yeah, so he's bit up pretty darn good on the tail, and it's still bleeding. Don't know when he was caught. He's not super stiff. Probably caught last night. And this week we're supposed to get snow the week of Christmas we're supposed to be getting snow all week. So for 4 days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, snow. So it's supposed to be getting snow. Today we're supposed to get 1 to 3 inches. We got like a sprinkling. So although up in the mountains, it just poured snow. They had feet of snow in the mountains up at the Coast Range. So we'll see how it affects stuff, but the water's pretty deep. Normally I can only reach in there with about to there, right? On my arm, but I had to reach all the way up to there today. So it was real flooded, the channel. But he was in there. I checked with my tongs. I stuck my tongs in there, lifted it up, and the tongs brought the tail up, so I knew something was in there. We think the 280 set off. 50-50 whether it has something in it or not, but it's too deep and water's too fast for me to get in there right now in the channel. And I didn't have my hip boots. I had my regular muck boots, so I couldn't get in there. But tomorrow that one's gonna get checked and the animal's gonna get pulled out. So if there's an animal in there, or it's gonna get reset. Then we're gonna check the 160 too when the water goes down. The 160 is kind of off centered. It's not the best. I did what I could, so we'll see. But interesting rat. He has a giant hole right here from the spring or something. So something got him. I think it was the trigger, the 160 got him. But the tail is interesting. The tail didn't. You got suitcase catching the 160. So this 160 got him across the neck and across the body here. So the tail, I have a funny feeling, got chewed up by another animal. So because the animal was pissed that it was in there, so it started biting another animal. So I think there's another animal in there. I showed you guys the feet already. I'll show you guys the feet again. Let's switch this around. Hang on a second. So the feet are kind of big here. You can see the hind feet of a rat, kind of big. Hind foot of a rat. They actually have another claw right here that I'm hiding a little bit. But kind of big feet. Their front feet are really small. They have these little cool white pads on them. This cool white, I don't know if I can show that. There you go. See the white pad? They have little white pads on there. Little white feet. I think that's a pretty good angle there. See the pads and then the feet? Whereas the back feet are so much bigger than the front feet on the rats. They have nice, they're weird looking. They have like these ratty claws. Ratty toes. Yeah, it's a pretty rat too. Really pretty guy. That's not doing it justice. Let me see if I can get him in the light. See if I can get the right light on him. He's a lot darker than it makes it look, but he's a pretty looking rat. Real dark near the tail there. Real pretty. He has a dark tone on him, but real pretty rat. He's not the biggest rat in the world. He's only 2 pounds, 2.05 pounds on the scale, and 22 and a quarter, I'll call it. 22 and a quarter. So he's not the biggest rat. But he did get bit, which is interesting. I didn't know that. His tail is really chewed up. So just flip this around. Come on, flip around. His tail's really chewed up there. See that? His tail's chewed up there real bad. It's chewed up on that side pretty bad. He got bit, definitely. And that spot right there, definitely a bite. The rest might be rub marks from me rubbing it with the towel. But he definitely got bit. And the tail got bit there. He got bit pretty good. So I'm funny feeling there's another rat in there. So. Although the water's real high right now too. So they can go right around that 280. They can go right up over the bank and right around. No problem. The water's too high. So that's what it is there. Now I got to think of something you guys to talk about besides showing you the rats. I showed you the rats. We got, this is really the 8th animal we've caught so far this year. And not even actually actively trapping. These are just roadblock traps. It's basically a couple traps in a creek blocking the creek so the animals can't come up and cause damage. So either they're coming up or coming down, they get caught. So this is a roadblock, a couple roadblock traps. Roadblock meaning it's off the road, but it's blocking the entrance and exit of the property. So we got 7 animals out of this so far. A bunch of nutria and a bunch of rats. And so we're not out there actively trapping yet. We will actively be going, actively looking for sign, actively be in that active trapping where we're actually going after them in January. So not my decision. It has to do with other responsibilities going on. So there's what it is for now. How's my sound and how's my volume? Is it good? Do I need to talk louder or am I talking too loud? Let me know. Love to know from you guys. So I don't always go back and watch my videos. So I would like to hear some feedback if you guys will. Don't mind. If you don't mind. Yeah, this is a... I don't feel a set of nuts on them. I think this is a male. Sounds good. Nice rat. Sounds good. All right, thank you. Let's see. What else is there? Have you guys seen all the other pelts? Have you guys seen the pelts that are done? Let me grab those. So we got a rat we just did recently. Well, it was the one I just skimmed on the internet. There's the rat. Another rat. Try to get a little of that grease off there. The rat I just showed you, the second one showed you a lot bigger. Nutria. Nutria here. Another rat. This white stuff on this one is actually what is it? Borax. This is not mold on here. This is just borax. There's borax on this one. This nutria. This is borax on this one. This is a big nutria here. One of the first nutrias we caught. It is actually the first nutria we caught. Bit crooked on the board, but that's all right. Big one here. Then there's a rat here. First rat we got. Rat there. That rat, I ended up ripping the face off this rat on accident. Pulling off the board. I ended up pulling, and didn't have a dowel in there, so the face ripped off. But, oh well, still gonna get it tanned. Oh well. That's that for now. Then we got this rat. So, make sure I got the rat separate from the nutria here. The nutria here. And a rat. The 2 rats. So we got 4 rats, 3 nutria. So far, 4 rats, 3 nutria, plus the rat, minus the rat that's on the board, so that'll be 5 rats and 3 nutria so far. So there's the nutria. Here's the rats. There's the rats there. We'll show you the side of the rats that's not ripped off. There's the rats there. Not the worst start in the world. But last year we had like 7 beaver, 14 rats already because we're chopping another property. But we haven't started that property yet. So when we start that property, it's going to start stacking up for... Fur's just going to start just piling up. Those are all animals, including this one, that tried to sneak into the property. Do you have your trapping license, or are those family members catching? They're technically mine and family members. We all have our license. My brother, my dad, and myself. So they're a bit of the families. But we set the traps. My family checks them. My dad checks them because they're at his work, and I check them, and sometimes my brother checks them. Nice. Do you sell them? JV Outdoors, I do not sell them. These are more for personal collection. There's really no money in it. When I started trapping more, regularly, it was back in 2014. It was right after the last fur bump in price, and then ever since then, there's really been no money in the market for fur. I keep clicking live chat because it doesn't show up if I don't do that. Fishing with anglers, yes, Matthew? He says AJ. What's up, Matthew? You want your pelt, don't you, Matthew? I got it. You just got to go to a soccer game with us, and I'll get it for you. See, he wants his pelt. I have it for you, Matthew. It's upstairs in my room. It's not skinned like it's not tube skinned. This is called tube skinned. This would be called a tube skinned rat, where you put them on here. It's actually round skin, so it's different. Safe guidelines abide by the rules. All right, whatever. That's just gibberish by Facebook. Do I keep calling this Facebook? This is YouTube. Oh, it's not good. Ooh, poor scale. What else? So with the nutria, I've been putting them on the medium to large size raccoon boards. Medium to large size raccoon boards. The rats have been on the medium rat boards. So, oh my gosh, I keep touching the tail because I usually pick the rats up by the tail right here. I keep touching the tail and there's blood every time on me. Keep touching the rat, keep picking it up and there's blood, there's blood, there's blood. Because the rat the animal bit the rat right where I pick him up every time. I keep getting blood on me. So I'll have to see again. I touched it. I touched it in the same spot, just moving them. Son of a gun. Like, it's a bad habit I have, picking them up by the tail. 3 people in here. There's 3 people in here, which is good. I think this is going to be, well, I'll give you guys 10 more minutes, and then we're going to call this live. I just had a little bit of time to come on here, and I don't want to be walking over everybody else, if you know what I mean. Walking over meaning like being live when they're live. It's not what I'm trying to do. There's just a few people that I watch very closely what they do, and they're not live right now, so I'm hoping I'm not stepping on other people's lives. Not what I'm trying to do, so give you guys 10 more minutes. Put the scale away real quick. The scale that I use is a Brucknell scale. It's a Major League Fishing scale. It's a fishing scale they use in the Major League Fishing television show. I just got this one because it came with the clip and everything for it. The other one didn't come with it, so that's why I got this one. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I went and got razor clams on Friday. I went and pulled my own razor clams out of the ground at the beach and got my limit, my brother got his limit, my dad got his limit. So we all did it together like we do with everything else, like trapping, fishing, everything. We all do it together. So we got our limit of razor clams. Ate them already. They're gone. They went quick. They taste good. So you just got to make sure to clean the siphon and get the sand out of there. And then they're so good that way. If I've had people cooking for me and the sand was in there, it was gross. They didn't know how to cook them. Did that. Yeah, there's a lot of blood. As you see, there's blood on here coming out of the tail. All right, I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to cut the 10 minutes short and give you guys 2 more minutes. I don't have much to talk about, so I'm just going to exit now. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.